are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Done.
Ready to go?
You bet. Let's do this!
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you alright, miss?
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Wah! Wah! I have so many things I need to say! The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Okay, well, I'm glad we're keeping up the tradition of the first case culprit being blisteringly obvious. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Well, obviously we're not going to let that happen. Wow! Alright! Hello, one and all, and welcome to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. I am the Max a Few Trades. I have so many things I want to say before we even begin. First and foremost, happy to be back into this franchise. Always love it. You guys always love it. I'm sorry that you had to wait a little bit for the next installment. You know, things come up and things get pushed back, but we're finally here, and I'm ready to look a fool in the courthouse yet again. All right, good lord, where do I start? Okay, so, I don't know how I thought this whole adventure was gonna begin, but I was not mentally prepared for a courtroom exploding. Was also not mentally prepared for anime cutscenes. So, I mean, it's a real, a duel of feelings on that one, of intense horror and giddiness. Normally, those two don't go next to each other, but this series always seems to find a way to surprise me. Nextly, oh my god, I did not know that a man putting on a jacket and opening up a door could be so hype! Oh my god! I mean, I knew he'd be a lawyer again. You know, he flirted with the idea at the end of the last one, and I just knew because, you know, you see stuff. Little bits and pieces here and there. Obviously, Phoenix gets back into law and everything, but still, wow! Secondly, Apollo! You good, man? You don't seem good. I'm concerned, to say the very bare minimum. And, lastly, I guess I need to address the elephant in the room. Alright, so, I have a couple, well, let's call them compatriots, who, they've led me to believe that this new character might be someone of interest to me in some manner. I cannot confirm nor deny any of that. I barely know this person. We will get to know them in time. But, you know, let's not make assumptions, all right? Well, we don't need any of that. Anywho, I do notice that they are voiced by Wendy Lee, who has an interesting track record playing characters I enjoy, but that is besides the point! We're not dwelling on such things. Whew. All right, so stopping a mad bomber. That sounds dope. Let's do it. December 17th. It's so close to Christmas. 9:22 a.m. District Court. Defendant's Lobby, number 5. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. How true is that, though? You doing okay, Athena? Oh. Counter question. Are you doing okay, Apollo? You don't look good, dude. What? Were you in the explosion? Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like, hum a little tune great. Oh, yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Look at Mr. Big for his britches over here. Acting like he wasn't the exact same way not even that terribly long ago. I assume. I don't know how many years, months, whatever's it's been since the end of the last game. But the point is, it could not have possibly been that long. I mean, I know there's at least a half a year, but still! I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell you. You may have the nerves, but do you have the chords? Also, everything isn't sprites anymore. I mean, I know that the remakes or the remasters I've been playing haven't been using sprites, but it's not 2D. Everything is 3D now, and it's weird. It's scary and different. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. I kind of want to see Phoenix conduct a job interview. Like, how do you think that wins? How do you think this new girl got the job? I really want to see that. Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case. But I'm going to be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Whomstiv beeth Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion. Yeah, okay, so he was in the... Jesus. Did you trip? Like, God, it seemed like everyone else got out. An explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo? Athena? Is this the Junie? Oh. Some manner of woodland nymph? Girl got a pine cone bow. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Her name is Juniper oh my God, get used to the puns, they're back. All right, also, oh no, she coughed. Oh. She appears to be huffing on nature's bounty. Are you okay? She don't look okay. Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. Oh girl, I get that. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest though. I can't cough too real, otherwise I'll hurt myself. This is Juniper Woods. Of course it is. Of course it is. She's my dear, dear childhood friend. And she's also our client for this case. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, okay. Helping out childhood friends. That makes sense for this series. Okay. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. Doubt that immensely. And not just because I saw the person who actually did it and they looked like a complete and utter psychopath. That's ridiculous! There's no way Junie would do anything like that. Mostly because I don't think she could go on a brisk jog without needing to sit down for a few minutes. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. You got orange trees? That's dope as hell. Thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's definitely an orange. It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength of the trial, right? Judy, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me. Standing here, clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. This Athena girl is a little bit of a dork. As if her introductory cutscene didn't immediately sell that concept to me, it's nice to see it wasn't a one-off. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit them. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Okay, but I gotta say, it's kind of crazy, like, how long ago was the explosion? Like, obviously there had to be, like, some kind of, I don't know, recess as a result of that, right? Or, like how long have you been horribly, horribly injured? Like, did you break the bones in your arms? Like, oh, Jesus. Come what may, this is one trial. We just can't lose. Apollo's dead. Apollo! Apollo! Apollo's not dead. Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice! Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. Well, that's obviously not gonna happen. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. The pain. I have to. Defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. Phoenix. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Be the lawyer. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Athena! You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second. Think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? I mean, you gotta start somewhere, don't you? No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. Oh, that's some good confidence right there. Love to see it. I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. That really had the energy of, yeah, okay, sure, why not? I got nothing to lose. I believe in you, Athena, and that's enough for me. Ah, look at her being all nice. And look at Apollo having the opposite of confidence. Oh, dear. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous, too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. And also see a doctor, because if a wound reopened, that could lead to dying. So, I'd prefer if you didn't. All right. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate it that I can't be there, but I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. This can only go well. Granted, now that I think about it, yeah, no, Phoenix and Apollo had a mentor backing them up during their first case. Athena's going in solo. That could prove to be a problem. My name is Athena Sykes. Athena. Apollo, I get it. I see the theming we're working with here. I'm just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. Ah, so technically not her first case. Okay, we just don't get to see her for? Maybe that is a story for later. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. Good, use that motivation. Stay strong out there, girl. I believes in yous. I kinda have-tos. Alright, we are in courtroom number 5. Which one blew up? Oh, dang. Oh, everything is all fancy looking now. Judge! You're all 3D and shiny! That's amazing. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. My newly 3D beard demands respect and authority. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Look at her. What the hell? Hair plugs or a toupee? You be the judge. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Still an asshole. Good to know, good to know. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday. Yesterday? Good Lord, Apollo, you got up that fast? I don't know what specifically the extent of his injuries were, but that is... Jesus, wow, okay. But yeah, no, he needs to lay down. I see. Not at all surprised to use that as an excuse to run away. He could have died! You know, there's being an asshole, and then there's being you. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? What? The nerve of that guy! I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. I'm trying to talk, but no sound is coming out. That can't be good. This arrogant jerk. You arrogant jerk. No, Widget! Okay, that's an amazing face. Oh my god. Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. I am also curious. It appears she has some kind of robot companion? No, you didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me. How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. All right, I have a good couple questions about the nature of how that works, but something tells me I'm just gonna have to accept it. Probably connected to whatever unique gimmick she has in the courtroom. Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction of what you just stated. A contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was, what was it? Elegance at work? The ego on display for a man I have never seen succeed in anything in this entire franchise. Where does this come from? Actually, it was arrogant jerk. Also, damn, these are some high-tier faces. Girl. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? Am I going up against goddamn Frieza? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. You're being kind of over the top, even for this series. Could you knock it off with being so directly confrontational? Let's get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. I thought you were the Rookie Killer. Or something. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember much of the things you say or do. I knew it, he really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk! Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. Buddy! Did you not hear a single one of the insults that came out of that weird-ass head of his? Come on! I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction, and a valid one at that. Oh, I'm loving these animations a lot. It's nice to see that even though, you know, we're playing as a lady-type lawyer, she is just as much of a world-class goobus as our previous pro-tags. That's delightful. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. All right, what are we dealing with? What's the skivvy? Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in courtroom number 4. Wait, okay, hang on, wait. So it was a trial for a bombing, and then the courthouse blew up? Like two, so we've got two bombs. Yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense. A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. Is there a particular reason why it wasn't disarmed before being submitted into evidence? It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. Yeah, a bit. Good lord, that'd be even a horrifying way to start the game. But there was in fact one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast... Ooh. The body of Detective Candace... Can disarm. Alright, was discovered. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial. That's unfortunate. I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Impressive then, I must say. Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes? I feel like he would have tripped either way. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. If so, then she went out a hero, that's what she did. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy reports and details about the bomb. I would like to know all these things. Let's see, cause of death, trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object. Okay, so then, I mean, it kind of looked that way. She wasn't all burnt up, so it wasn't the explosion, it was debris. Gotcha. Okay. What the hell? Stuffed animal bomb. The time bomb that destroyed the courtroom, it was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated. That's a unique bomb delivery system. Noted, I guess. Okay, I know how this. Oh, she's look at her ding her little earring. Oh, okay, that's cute. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record, which I now have access to. When I want to check something out, I just use R. All right, can I take a closer look at anything? Oh, I mean, I can take a closer look at her death. Oh, that's depressing. All right, doesn't seem like there's too much I can really look at. My brand new shiny badge. Oh. You think when Phoenix retook the bar exam, he got his old lawyer badge back, or did he get a new one? That's what I want to know. These are the real questions. Look at her think so hard. I'd better take a peek later. Or right now. I just did that. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. So how exactly are we trying to make it seem like she did this? Like, I understand that appearances can be deceiving and everything. I'm not saying that we haven't experienced that over the course of this franchise. But really? We're saying she bombed a courtroom. All right. Defendants, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. She's gotta get a huff of the good stuff. But I'm all right. Junie's really giving it her all. I'd better make sure I do the same. If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes. I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Athena. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. Oh my god. I see the transition to 3D has done nothing to dampen the incredible charm that comes from all of these characters. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but I'm still happy to see it. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. Excuse me. Now I'm starting the coffin. That's no good. Did you know I'm also known as the defendant humiliator? Isn't that badgering the witness? Aren't you not allowed to do that? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. More like how you earned that mockery, which I will do maliciously throughout the rest of this case. Does this arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne. Ooh, nice point. What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Girl, if you're gonna have this dude get under your skin, you're gonna have a hard time moving forward. You're gonna have to get over this bump. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. Oh, he was? My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. I thought that was carrots. Maybe it's both. She says they can even help you see into the future. Well, he do have special eyes, so that's a good thing to give him. They can? Well, then that's the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. A sweet, meek girl like this blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say, it's very hard to believe.
Objection!
That's your voice? No, I'm still gonna keep giving him a Weasley one. Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. Did she? That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and defendant. It shouldn't. It's pretty clear and obvious to me that she got conked on the back of the head, but with like falling debris. Like there was a huge ass explosion, there were falling pillars and all sorts of bull craps. Something landing on her head is the most natural assumption. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes. Yes, I have. Wait, you have? Okay, yet another story I'm not privy to. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Wendy Lee! Now, wait, well, hang on now. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land. I concede the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. Where would she even get a bomb? Or rather, okay, I mean, I know it was submitted into evidence and everything, but like, where was the moment of opportunity here? But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. And what exactly was so unique about it? Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Because I'm gonna be real, I forgot. Huh? Me? I noticed that you appear to be very nervous. And well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really? What a thoroughly unpleasant man. Yeah, that's why nobody ever bothers committing him to memory. L is for loser! What did it just say? Nothing! Not a single thing. Don't worry about it. You know, I really hope that robot has a really good advantage to it, because it seems like it's gonna get you in more trouble than otherwise. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. The information I need is somewhere in the court record. All right, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was in Apollo's briefcase? In the judge's pockets? Who put it there? It was inside a stuffing. Yo, a one-hand slapper? Damn, she's shaking things up in a big way. Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Hence the stuff. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. Cute exterior. Very good. Have a cookie. I mean, I wouldn't say no. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. Oh, yo, the levels of smug on display. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this. Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. It was quite the drama bomb, I must say. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant? Yeah, can we talk? Can we talk about this elephant? What? It's got like a paintbrush and guilty. What on earth? What is this thing? The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here. And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. It appears to be a tail. It's a tail, Your Honor. The tail of a poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective... Not quite, Judge, but God bless you, man. Happy to have you back. Your Honor is so very close, but no. It belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. Yeah, that makes way more sense. He's a mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not? Exactly. His motto is, phony evidence is just trunked up. What the hell does trunked mean? What? That's so wrong on so many levels. Unless it's meant to be like a replacement word for a cuss word. If so, that's even weirder if I'm honest with you. The Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendant's fingerprints. Alright, I concede. That is a bit of a problem, but I'm sure there's an explanation. We'll get to it when we get to it. The Phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Girl done bonked herself with her own dang braids. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Judy's fingerprints be on it? It does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Ah, that blows chunks. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. But I better come up with something, for Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling, if you prefer. No, I have to say something, fast! Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? You good, Athena? What in the hell was that? I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court. What the hell? Jesus!
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Yo!
Why, it's you!
Yo! Let's go! Ah! Let's go! Why is him opening doors so amazing? Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. You did the best you could! Also, I don't know what messed up tragic backstory you've got. I'm gonna probably have to be mentally prepared for it to emotionally destroy me whenever that gets revealed, but what little I have seen is deeply concerning. I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around! You got it, boss! Look who showed up out of the blue. And in his blue suit. So much blueness. But isn't Mr. Phoenix right? You always manage to surprise me. The classic slapper! Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. Question. Was that just phenomenally good timing, or did Phoenix wait at the door for the perfect moment to jump in? Because the idea of him just kind of waiting by the door with his ear on the crack, just listening in, is like, okay, nah, this is the good moment, just for him to do it. Because, like, if he had come in a little earlier, that would have been way more awkward. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. Look at this man, use his experience, he's so wise. You're absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne? None at all, Your Honor. She ain't doing so good. Can we do something about that? Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. Judy's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her. I feel like it should be traumatic for literally everyone. Poor thing. And here she is back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition, very well. I grant special permission. Thank you, Judge! You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. I really don't see a need for you to apologize for a health condition. It's cool, don't worry. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Meeting? It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am gasping pain. Now, oh, what are you, his brother? The younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? The ego on display. You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with at your hands. Is Winston good? Like, is he still alive? I mean, he didn't really look like a young guy. I don't know, I'm just... Well, now, hang on. Is it possible for me to, like, look at profiles? I can, actually. Apollo Justice, 23. I'm gonna have to, like, cross-compare that with how old he was at the end of the last game. Juniper Woods... Candace, 27? Oh, that's tragic. 18? Wow. She's also our client's friend. 55. The younger brother of another prosecutor I know. This one lacks presence, too. Savage! Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Sigh. Your Honor. The prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. Probably the culprit. That's usually how first trials go. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Well, all right then. Sure. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Witness? Name, Ted Tonate. These names. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have. Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can. He can! But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure, speaking is better, takes more energy than typing, understand? Does it? Maybe, I have no idea. What an odd witness. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think anything is ever really gonna top the parrot now, is it? I don't think so. Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb for that trial and was there when it went off. Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked? I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? That invites a lot of opportunities for crimes. Granted, it's because I already know for a fact that he's the one that did it. But even if they didn't give me that softball at the very beginning, like, you just run it through your heads, like, okay, so there was a bomb, and it was put into evidence, which means you had to call a bomb specialist. Who better and who had more opportunity to mess with it than the guy bringing it to the courthouse in the first place? Like, come on now. He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony. But at the very least, show this court some respect and remove that face guard witness. That is not better. That is not better at all. When the bomb went off. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. All right, well, that's obviously a crock of crap right there. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on. Then I gotta say, you're pretty terrible at disarming bombs. Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. Connect the wires, switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. Wow, okay. Completely needless insulting of the lawyer. That's fun. I guess this makes you the blue monkey in this barrel of fun, boss. Athena, do not let that kind of thing get by you, okay? Don't, just don't. Take in the more creative insults, at least. I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Mr. Tonate, what is that? HH3000, aka a bomb. A bomb? A bomb! Great googly moogly! Ah! Mr. Tonate, I demand that you disarm it this instant! So, we're all in agreement that that's the most suspicious thing ever, right? Like, ever? Oh my god. Do we really even have to do anything? This is so obvious. All right. Disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of the HH3000. It looks like a steampunk GameCube. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure. Yeah, that's usually how that goes. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Oh, well, that's interesting. Dimensions, 10 inches of the blah, 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 weighs 12 pounds, a perfect replication. We don't need the exact dimensions. At least I don't assume we do. It's also got a cracked display, so that's obviously going to play a role in things. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Although there are more wires sticking out of this one. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it. Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. Interesting. Okay, noted. But yeah, no, I'm already seeing a bit of an issue here. I think I can work with this. And now the defense would begin their cross-examination. Where has Miss Psyche gone to? Is she hiding underneath the desk? Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. I guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Put a socket in, widget! Oh my god, she's a goober! As transparent as ever. Let's see. Where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Oh, cross-examination, of course. She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's all right. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. Nah. She's got a steel trap of a mind. She's good. And unless they change something from the previous games, I should know how to do this. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine. Look at her. Look at her. That's the face of a girl who's fine. Probably could have phrased that better. Moving on. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can find any contradictions, or can't find them, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press X when the option to consult with me appears. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. All right, it's cross-examination time. That's new. I don't think I've ever had a button to consult the person I'm at the stands with. That's interesting. When the bomb went off. All right, so let's see here. The bomb was originally disarmed by you, then transported here as evidence. The bomb name is irrelevant to me, and how it is operated is also not of interest, at least not at this moment. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. Yeah, so I don't think that that's even remotely feasible, so let's give him one proper!
Objection!
Hell yeah! So you say you saw the bomb's countdown, is that right? Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. Oh, the smugness! What are you talking about? There's no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Didn't think that one through, did you? Slapper! Mr. Tonate, how could you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? Yeah, let's go! We're getting in the flow! Bro literally keyboard smashed! Incredible! What? No! That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, that was great, Mr. Oh my god, that smile though. That was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat. Yeah, it was a bit of a softball. Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret, or just general place ignorance. You never know. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonate? And also, how can we phrase that? Well, let me see. Is he typing in his stuttering? No, there must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course. I remember now. The sound! I knew because of the sound. Sound? What sound? When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal. I mean, it's going to be muffled by the fluff of the stuffed animal, and also it's in a courtroom where people are talking and stuff. That seems unlikely. I simply made a mistake. My bad, oopsie.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft and so far away. What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? It is not like disassembling a toaster, you know. Now he's just showing off. Yeah, but a toaster would be more useful in day-to-day life. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. Yeah, alright, sure. Seems to me the only tiny thing I can think of is your humility. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you? Phoenix still so snarky. Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tonate did not hear the sound. Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. A little. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods. That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tonate happened to be there when it happened. And he couldn't lie. That'd be ridiculous. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb. What's this now? It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there at the lobby. Sorry. It's hard to tell when a character changes to a different character. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. That is such bullcrap. The remote switch? Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. So you say, so you claim. I'm sure it'll come up eventually. I am partially to blame. You are all to blame, jackass! I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case. And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. Okay, well, I mean, best case scenario for you, and you get away with this, you're basically just... To get away with the bombing of the courtroom, you're basically saying you're absolutely crap at your job. The defendant then used the remote from the inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it. Unless you're the person who put it in there in the first place. Why is no one bringing that up? Someone other than Mr. Tonate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case. That just makes you more suspicious! That just makes it more oh my god. It's the first case, I know, but my god, this guy sucks at this. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. Then we've reached a stalemate, haven't we? But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. Ah, that tail! 5 minutes, 24 seconds. 2.3 deciseconds? Deciseconds? Oh, never heard that one. The defense advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. Somehow I doubt it was actually 5 minutes. Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright? I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. She's scary. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. How, Guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay. Guess she's already at anger level 1. It goes up to 5! Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one more thing, Mr. Wright, is it? You've said his name before, don't know why you're hesitating now. Me? Yes. Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? Do you know a single solitary thing about Phoenix Wright? Because I assure you, this doesn't even rank in the top 500, and I don't even think he's even had that many cases in his lifetime. I look forward to seeing you try. This guy is hiding something. I just know it. Probably bombings. Now, if you will excuse me, I must fade into the ether, where everyone goes when we need to move someone else into the room. Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant. She's still going through it. Junie. Hi, Athena. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Junie, we're here for you. Thanks, Athena. And I'll do my best, too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? No, of course not. That's what a psychopath would do. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary.
Objection!
What an impudent little girl! Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. This is getting ugly. You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right? Mr. Right. Can I give that prosecutor a smack? I would absolutely love to see that. What? Of course not. Do we have to review Courtroom Manners 101 again? Phoenix, do you have any idea how many times a prosecutor has beaten you up, or did they beat you up so often that you don't remember? I feel like we deserve at least one, and who cares? It's a pain. No one's gonna remember him after today. We can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like this off so easily. I agree. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me, just help Junie! Her heart's crying out. She's so scared, so very scared. Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. Okay, how are we using this? And it sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. I don't think that's an actual audible sound. But then again, we've dealt with mysticism more than a fair few times, so it could just be that. Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Shut your gobhole! Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you quit being such a complete and total asshole. But don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more a gentle man in this world than I. Ugh. As if a gentleman or even a gentle man would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attend a manners class every Saturday. Damn, they suck then. I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady or not, Jesus. I demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them.
But it's still funny.
Mr. Payne, that will be enough. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. She is not having a good day. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll be as kind as I can. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off, and rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. It did? Junie's clearly in pain being forced to recall the bombing like this. If rubble fell on a gal as, fragile as she is, I would assume there'd be more noticeable damage. She can't even get her words out. This isn't going to work. So what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. All right, gonna need some explanation on that one. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart? Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse at any second. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. That sounds like bullcrap, but I'm going to accept it and roll with it. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied, and listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart. Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical physiology, or psychology, whatever that word was. Off guts, let's do this. I think that was German, I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, she do be using some science, though. So your holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes, I prefer cashews. The emotions and images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony. I can enter all of that into Widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. This is nonsense. I love it. Let's go. Give me that stupid bullcrap. I'm here for it. It's great. These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. We've got happy. And when she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angy marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. Ah, yes, the 4 emotions. Happy, angry, sad, and confused. Okay. I feel like there's a bit of wiggle room to work with on all that, but sure. So with your special ability in Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. The notifications are going off like crazy. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the Mood Matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. That is rather noisy. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Woods' true testimony. Analyze that woman! However the hell this works. I'm not asking questions! Well, that day, cough, I was watching from the gallery, cough, cough. Then she was rather surprised when the bomb friggin' went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me, cough, cough. Why are you happy about rubble falling on you? What does that mean? I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. This power of Athena's is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. Yeah, I saw that too. Huh? Already? Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, that don't make no dang sense. Look at this. When she says it fell on top of me, that happy marker is reacting. Oh, look at that. That is odd. Look, we're not here to judge a girl, all right? There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint L it, and then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the four mood markers with A. Okay, I can work with that, sure. So, how do I pinpoint? Widget is registering joy. I'm not entirely sure how I pinpointed it, but okay. Widget is registering joy. I just kind of pointed the analog stick in the direction of joy and kind of hoped that would work. Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? Huh? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great, let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled, I tripped, and then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But just then, Apollo came and rescued me. Oh, I see now. Okay. You know what? Good for you. Apollo? He had to get injured somehow. He used his own body to shield me from the rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. Weird he didn't, mention that to us. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? And a couple other emotions, but I'm not going to dig too deeply into that, because it's not my business! Yes, Apollo is just like the sun. Strong and bright and warm, and I see what they did there. Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Athena. Ah, well, there you go. That's pretty dope. Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony. Pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must still be some discord in Junie's heart. Yeah, I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input this new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, I should first pinpoint it, and then pick the one that's weird. That's right. And then when you select it from the mood markers with A, if we can find the reason for this discord in our heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out, which would be rather helpful. Alrighty, I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get away, the bomb went off. I was so startled I tripped, then rubble started falling on me. And I ain't talking about Barney! I thought I was done for. But then Apollo came and rescued me. She's happy, surprised, and sad. Okay, well, I guess we're pinpointing. Oh, okay, that's barely noticeable, but I can actually see the selecting now. Okay, so, why were you so sad?
Got it!
I mean, sad he got hurt, or was going to get hurt? You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes, I was really happy. But was there also something you felt sad about at the same time? Sad? The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness too. Oh! I think it's probably because of Bum Rap Riney. Wait, what? Bum Rap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new. That's right. I brought my stuffed animal Bum Rap Riney to watch the trial with me. Bum Rap Riney and Phony Fanty are brothers. Who knew that the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise? Have we learned nothing from the horrors of the Blue Badger? Come on now! We shouldn't be doing this! I had Bum Rap Riney with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him as I was running away. My poor Riney, a victim of that terrible bomb. I'm gonna be honest with you, a stuffed animal perishing kind of makes me feel almost just as bad as it does when a human does. Stuffed animals are a good thing in this world and should be treated properly. Oh, I know. You can see what he looks like in this poster. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see all right, don't worry. Don't worry, you're good now. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Fanty and Bum Rap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros? That seems a little random. Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Judy's heart anymore. That's fantastic. So, I guess that means we managed to draw out all our testimony. That's right. I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. So, do you think our new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. You are pretty fantastic. So Bum Rap Riney was in that courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. The right statement, huh? Okay. I was watching from the gallery with Bum Rap Riney. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I got out of the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled I tripped and the rubble started falling. I thought I was done for. But then Apollo came and rescued me. That's all super good and great. So am I supposed to just present the tale now?
Objection!
Yes, I am. Okay. Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent. Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that of Phony Fanty. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bum Rap Riney!
Objection!
What? What nonsense is that? I concede they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. And yet they both have the exact same tail, which is not the tail a rhino or elephant would have. The character designer kind of messed up on that one. An elephant and a rhino, they're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor, which is to say that there are some differences, but I mean, there are also a lot of similarities. I mean, they're giant and they're gray and they have stompers and they charge at things and the tusks. There's a lot to go, there's a lot to similarities. What, are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example. Yeah, there you go. See, she gets it. This girl knows what's good. Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up. Check this mess out, you stinky nerds.
Take that!
That tail's the same tail. Oh, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. But the design of their tails is exactly the same. Man's hair done did the flipper-flopper. Comb over. Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Rap Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne, you stinky loser? Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Ah, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right round. Right round like a record. Waxing lyrical again. Why does this keep happening? Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long. I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you. Or at the very least, a detective, because it's still not a lawyer's job to do that, but okay. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. Huh, I don't think we've ever had a first trial go 2 days, have we? I'm not sure. That feels odd to me for some reason. Either way, huzzah! That's good stuff. Oh, look at this girl. That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Well, it's not wrong, is it? Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really struck it out. Stuck it out. You didn't struck out. That's an entirely different thing. You did good. You really got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Athena. Really? Thanks. Oh! Oh, she's a goober. She's a whole ass goobus. Oh no. So be honest, was I any help at all? Of course. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm gonna give it my all. Oh, damn. And I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. And that's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology, the ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. And while her hair may not be as spiky as Phoenix, or as, pointy uppy as Apollo, this is still a very majestic head of hair, let's be real here. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum Rap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh. I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. More often than not, I'd say so, yeah. So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5? Yeah. I had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries? I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. I wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence? Certainly not impossible. Anyway, we'd better go and get him. Good idea. This has a very ominous ambience to it. Is anyone else picking up on that?
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
Okay, sure. That's how we're stopping. Oh my god, of all the ways to end it. Okay, alright, well, I'm sure he's not dead. That would be... That would just be a bad move in a story context. There's still so much more about Apollo that we needed to continue with to just get rid of him this early into the next game. That is not the case, but still that... Okay, clearly he was attacked. Probably by the bomb guy. That would make the most sense. Alright then. We're just going to assume he's going to be fine. And in the next part, we're going to make sure this dude pays. I'm, once again, happy to be playing this game for you all. I hope you've enjoyed the first part. I have to admit, I am just as nervous as the characters are at the beginning of each game, because I always feel like I could never possibly meet the expectations of these Let's Plays. But I hope I did okay, and that I will continue to do so. And I will see you all next time. Until then...